back. So I'll just ask the next question. Does your approach to coaching change versus like who the person is, like to their personality versus like, or I guess an example would be coaching me versus coaching Heffright or coaching Joseph?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that your coaching approach 100% needs to change depending on the kid. And I talked to a college coach a couple of years ago, and he said that some of his players need a cattle prod and some of his players need an arm around the shoulder. And I thought that was an interesting way to put it. There's no doubt about it. Some of the kids you coach, you need to yell at them on a weekly basis to wake them up, to get them going. And that's what they respond to. And maybe for lack of a better way to put it, some kids deserve that when they're not playing hard, they're not bringing their best game, that they need to hear it. But other kids, probably kids more like I was, I certainly didn't respond to coaches yelling and screaming at me. You need to have an approach where you put your arm around their shoulder and get their best that way. And so it's certainly a personality thing. I think that, Coach Urick and I were talking about this recently. As a coach, I think that you need to be who you are, and you can't try to be somebody else, and you need to be your authentic self when you're coaching. And if you try to put on some persona and that's not who you are, it's going to come off as phony. I think that you guys know that the team can pick up when a coach is being real with you, when a coach isn't being real with you, when a teacher's being real with you or not being real with you. And so I get that my personality probably isn't going to work for every single kid, but I certainly tried to reach every single kid. I think that, when you talk specifically to your show, I think that Heffright, he's a hard worker. Sometimes you need to reel him in terms of how much he's joking around and trying to make other people laugh. But I think beneath that surface of him, clown at times, he wants to get better at hockey and he's there to compete. I think Colin, you and Joe are a bit more of a similar personality where it's more of a business approach. You're there to get better, certainly there to have fun, but you don't really have to worry that you're not taking it seriously. But some of the best players that I've coached in soccer and hockey, they've been complete pains in the rear end when it comes to practicing. But then it's your job as a coach to motivate them to make sure that they're ready to play.